I am getting my nails done, but I am running right on time, so I gotta go. Okay, I'm back. I mean, you can't tell that I even left because obviously I didn't film inside of the place because it was actually really quiet, which was intense, but they were all really, really nice, and I love how my nails turned out. I have to go to the liquor store now, which if you think that's weird, it's because it is. I do not often drink, but Soleil and I have something fun happening this evening. I also need to do my makeup because our live show is in about, it's in an hour. I'm going to hurry up. Can't even film right now. I just gotta go. Supposed to have origami paper. I grabbed these random napkins because they're cut in squares, and I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is not going to turn out even. This is a bad idea. But we are going to attempt to make origami this afternoon, our live show, and I wanted to make sure I had at least, that actually turned out pretty good. Sober Jade knows what's up. Sprints are going really well. There are lots of people finishing chapters, getting reading done. I actually love sprints. I used to not like sprints because I didn't like scheduled, regimented reading time, but I have completely changed my mind on that. I love sprints in like the live chat reading format. It's genuinely a lot of fun. I'm gonna finish the rest of the sandwich, finish up this live show, and then get my ingredients ready and start some draconic cocktails. Where did I put the ice?
5 people waiting.
See, I told you people would show up. Okay, we are getting ready for our second live. I'm super excited. I have ice in a dragon bowl. That is about all I have achieved so far. We also have 100% de agave silver. I don't know what this is. This is alcohol, it's tequila, along with sparkling antioxidant infusion blackberry lime bubbles. They said I needed a base, and my base is bubbles. I also got mixed fruit because I wanted it to be purple, and I got margarita salts because I was panicking at the store in the mixer aisle. I also found out that we have some mango chunks, so I'm tossing that in there. And then, my favorite part, I have a star fruit because our little dragon is a constellation, so I can chop these up to make them look like stars. And finally, the crown gem of this entire thing is the dragon fruit, because that's what actually makes this a dragon cocktail, is the fact that I have a dragon fruit. I'm going to be chopping it in half, and I'm not sure what to do with it then, besides possibly blending it. I also got this pepper just in case, because you never know when you'll need a hot pepper.
And more.
Referring to. If my mom knew I was doing this on her stovetop, maybe she won't watch the video. How much do I put in? Look at that! Look at her! Look at my little draconic drink! The ingredients you saw are the ingredients I added. In no shape, way, or form did I measure anything, but I'm hoping it's good. I added a lot of salt. I wasn't expecting it to go on there so fast. And then this little garnish is the star. Oh, that's really good! I think I'm mostly tasting salt right now. It feels like I can't even taste the tequila. Maybe I should add more. All right, the live show's doing sprints. I'm gonna go ahead and set you up over there, and then I don't know how much of this I'll actually film, but I am looking forward to the evening.
Share your comment. What you just did.
Third hottest pepper in my grocery store.
In your regional local grocery store. Oh boy, guys. This is really something. Good. Oh my goodness. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Well, I had big plans to film, but now I am stuck outside because we had to evacuate our house for a gas leak. My phone is also dying, so this is going to be brief, but at least I still have my coffee. Okay, so there's no longer a gas leak in our house, so that's neat. That's cool. We like that. A little bit stressful. I had just set up to film, not this, sit-down video. It was like a really strenuous process to set up too, because it's like a big video. We smelled sulfur, or like it's kind of like a rotted egg smell. And in case you don't know about this, because I didn't know about this until the first time I smelt it, and then like Googled it, so you're probably a Google away, but in case you're not a Google away, I'll let you know, if you're smelling like a sulfur or kind of like a rotted egg smell, natural gas, if you have a natural gas, inside of houses doesn't actually have an odor, so they add that smell to natural gases so that you're able to tell. If you've watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, Sokka comes up with this entire concept in an episode, and when the gas dude came and explained it to me, I was like, oh, like Sokka, and he was like, what? Sure. Just in case you didn't know that, that's a real concept, that's a real thing. Natural gases are covered up, at least in the United States, definitely in Oregon, he told me, by kind of a rotten egg smell. It's a very potent smell, and when you smell it, it's most likely that you need to call your local city or wherever your gas comes from. We were actually sent to an emergency line because of the smell. Obviously, I have not been to every place ever, so I don't know if that applies to you, but something to look into, because we are actually living in an unlivable space, as he called it, because we are currently residing in a garage, and that is where the gas tank and the water tank is, and he was like, you totally should not be living there. And of course, our response to that was, I know we should be in Japan. He didn't know he was opening that can of worms. Now I'm tired and hot, and the sun is setting in my eyes. Oh, also, while I'm talkative and in the mood to film, despite all of that, I finished Beast Warrior by Naoko Uehashi. Let me start with this. Would I recommend this book? Not to everyone. This is one of my favorite books. I absolutely adored it. It was a great addition to the original book, Beast Player, but if I had not known that this took place 10 years in the future, which it does, so if you are going to pick this up, know that. If I had not known that, that would have been immediately jarring, because so much has happened between when the MC is younger to what she is now. She is married, she has a child, she has a career, she has developed into not a cynic, but she's just a little bit wiser. She understands the world. There's less of a novice innocence to her that was in the first book, and where I would label Beast Player as like possibly a middle grade. Yeah, definitely a middle grade. Cozy, slow pace, a really like fantastic battle scene at the end, and like a connection with royal beasts, which is what this is. This book is definitely, I think I would label it adult. There are definitely some content warnings for, how do I put this, dissection. There's a lot of mystical creatures in here, and the cruelty happens to them. It's a major theme of this book. It's not something where it's done for shock value. Naoko Uehashi has a very strong message, and it has to do with the environment and how we treat animals, in what way we as people should be coexisting with other creatures on Earth. It was a beautiful book, really intense at the end. I actually don't want to talk about the ending. So we're going from a middle grade to an adult. The sequel is more adult. Not in sexual content or anything like that, but just an overall really strong message, theme, and graphic content as far as like the battles and everything. I'm not saying a younger person couldn't read this, I'm just saying I feel like that's what it was more geared towards. I think I might have liked it better than Beast Player. I would have to reread Beast Player again, but I just wanted to say I finished this. I am deciding on whether I want to give it a 4 or 5 star. Just because it's my favorite book doesn't mean I give it a 5 star. I want to give it a 5, but I feel like it might be a 4 pacing wise, but the last one had weird pacing, so I'm like, If you like Ghibli films, I absolutely would recommend it. It's beautifully written, very atmospheric, slow-paced, has a strong message, and a good like action sequence at the end. And that is about all I have accomplished besides fixing a gas leak. I didn't fix it. I just smelt it. I think I'm going to go ahead and film before the light is gone. Just want to make sure I updated you at least once today. That wasn't just gas leak and then goodbye. So I'll check in with you probably tomorrow and we'll go from there. Hello, good morning. It is what day of the week is it? I can do this, guys. Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, and I have not done much yet. I just kind of woke up. I also didn't do much last night. I listened to more of Once Upon an Eid to go to sleep to, and it's only like a 5-hour long audiobook, but I've been just playing it on 1 speed, and it's just been like listening to their stories and then falling asleep. I got through the second story last night and then fell asleep. Yeah, that's really working out for me. I'd recommend it to both adults and children so far. It's good stuff. Let me address this first thing before coffee. I am watching my own live show on mute. That is true. I'm not even going to pretend that's not what's happening, because if I understand this correctly, based off of reading the YouTube's analytics page, which is purposefully confusing, I swear, you don't actually get the watch hours from when people are live watching. It's after the live show airs that you get the hours that people watch the live show after it's aired, which is weird. But also, I don't really expect anyone else to watch my live show after it's aired, but it's an hour of like footage, but I also don't want to hear myself speak. So instead, I just stick it on mute and go about my life and just try not to look at the screen. But now I have no choice, because I'm looking at a screen that's looking at the screen while they look at a screen, which people are looking at them through the screen. No, I'm not going to do this. I need coffee. Yes, okay. Alright, I've just finished the first chapter of Shadow of the Gods, and I really liked it. It was very, rustic. It was intimidating. We met I don't know if it's one of many characters. I'm pretty sure this is multi-POV. Yes, because it's for morally gray characters. It's for Nidhogg, which is fantastic because it's a Norse mythology book. I'm divulging from the point. It was from a woman named Orca's perspective, and she was like with her son and her husband, and I think it was like her son's first hunt, and then they like went into this village, and we kind of got an idea of like a little bit of how their political system works. They're definitely not higher class citizens. They're like villagers. Yeah, just really good. I really liked the perspective. I liked the vibe. It was intimidating to read. It was very, not dense, it was very adult. It felt like an adult book. Going from like Blaze Wrath games to this was honestly jarring, but I kind of like that, and I'm definitely in the mood for something like this, so I'm excited. A good start. Very good writing. I've never read this author before too, so I hope maybe it's a new favorite. Okay, so I just finished chapter 2 of Shadow of the Gods, and I had to switch on the audiobook. That's also why I'm not recording me reading. There's no montage or anything. Why do you guys listen to me? I ramble so much. Hopefully you have me on 2-speed at least. But chapter 2, totally different perspective from a thrall who I believe is like an enslaved person based off of the fact that he had like a chain collar on. Very different perspective. I'm interested. I don't know what his motivations are exactly. He's like looking for someone. It was a little less clear, and I definitely, like I was saying, needed the audiobook. There's a lot of like fantasy words, and that's just real hard on the dyslexic eye, especially when some of the words seem really similar to words I should know, so I'm like trying to read a word that doesn't exist. It's a frustrating activity, let me tell you. I liked Orca's perspective a little bit better, but Varg just got started, so I'm not gonna write off Varg just yet. So I read 21 pages of it, and it was really good. I'm excited. I'm excited for this book. Yay! I don't sound excited, but that's because I'm just so tired. In the morning, I'll just see you because this is a vlog, and like I'm gonna be up filming anyway, so I'm gonna have makeup on in the morning. Ugh. I'm gonna go to bed. Quick update. Very exciting things are happening. First off, and definitely not most exciting, I burnt my quesadilla. So that happened. I do talk a lot on my channel about the fact that I am not an excellent cook, but I'm not sure if you had seen that part of me yet, so I'm sharing that with you all. You will not be getting a what I eat in a day video anytime soon because you don't want to see it. Before we talk about wasting food, I'm most definitely not wasting this. I have been making terrible food my entire life. It is my baseline for meals is something tasting like this, which makes me appreciate when anyone else ever makes me food. There's that. Moving on to actual exciting things, I got something in the mail that I didn't realize I was going to get this soon. It was actually pretty fast shipping considering it's a Dutch company. Let's be respectful here. Oh, I forgot I couldn't see. I forgot that that was a thing that I had been living with my whole life. Oh, wow. I am looking straight into the lens and can't see. I was actually sent glasses by the company Tijn. They are a glassware company. I found their prices to be super affordable, as well as them sending me not only just a pair of glasses, but a pair of glasses with my new prescription in them and blue light. So I was beyond thrilled to work with them, and I want to show them to you. They came in this hard case, which, okay, this is pettiness. I'm just gonna talk about this really quick. This hard case came with my free glasses. The glasses I had to pay for, they didn't give me a case for. There was no case. They were like, yeah, good luck. You're super graceful, right? You can manage having glasses. No, that's why I went 3 years without glasses, is because the first pair got stepped on, the second pair I dropped and lost. I need a glasses case. Tijn was kind enough to gift me one along with the glasses, so I'm incredibly grateful for that. I'm so thrilled about the glasses case. Let's get to the glasses. When I was talking about the different glasses I like, you might notice I do wear my circular glasses more often, despite my partner saying I look like an 80-year-old man when I do. I still wear them because I can't see the frame on the outside of my eye, and I do get a little bit of like, it's almost like motion sickness with the smaller frames. I still like them. I still wear them. I feel like they might be more professional, but right now I'm not a professional. So when Tijn reached out, I went ahead and I got different type of shape, but with the same circle, large frame in general. My partner, I'm sure, is thrilled, but it doesn't matter because I can see. So here are the glasses. You'll see the shape is like a circle, but more like a, I don't know, a stop sign, hexagon, octagon, one of the gons. And I'm going to slip them on. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting these to fit as well as they do. I've never gotten glasses off the line before. I thought it would actually be kind of like, I was not sure what I was expecting. We'll just say that. And you can fill in the blanks of what I was expecting because I'm surprised now. These glasses fit me perfectly. They asked for like my measurements and my prescription. These fit just as well as the other glasses that I have. They feel really sturdy, but lightweight. Like, these are wire metal frames with rose gold, and they feel very sturdy, and they like fit snugly on my face without squeezing my temples, which is really cool. I am so relieved, honestly. I wasn't sure where this was going to go. I was getting free glasses in the mail. I was like, sure. And then they asked for my prescription. I was like, oh, you're gonna give me like glasses. You are going to supply sight. They were probably frightened by my excitement in the emails by that point, but they were also like, yes, we will still send you glasses. So yeah, I am really excited with these. I am thrilled. I'm going to, also I can see with them. I should have probably mentioned that. I can see with these just as well as my other glasses. I have glasses to switch between. I have 3 different pairs of glasses. I feel rich in sight, and I am incredibly grateful. They also just sent it in a really straightforward, like economically friendly box. I prefer simple packaging. If you are going all out on the packaging and giving me like frills, I understand you're a more luxurious product, but you might not be the product for me. I prefer just like a minimalist, well-protected, straightforward packaging. That was cool. And there was a random quote in here. It has chapter 4, when the winds are breathing low and the stars are shining bright. And I have no idea what that is a quote of, but I kept on looking at it. I'm like, I want to know. But it's chapter 4 of some book, and I'm a booktube channel, so readers unite. Tell me what this quote is. I didn't know what it was, and I'm guessing it's like from a classic or something like that, and I am just showing my ignorance. I will put a link to my glasses in the description box below, as well as just their site in general. There were definitely a few glasses on sale, including my own. The last time I checked, Duncan in rose gold is what I'm currently wearing, and I really dig them. I don't mind that I look like an 80-year-old man because I can see, and I can see unobscured. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this nasty, nasty little quesadilla and start filming my writing vlog. I'm just doing a quick like get to know me writing thing, and I'm pretty excited for it because I want to see how I do writing while on camera, because I want to actually get some writing done, but I also want to make a video, and I've never really combined the two fully. So this will be me actively writing and making a video. I don't actually know how to do that yet. All right, the moment has come. I am picking up We Hunt the Flame, the hardcover. If you are like, why is that a moment? What are you talking about? I ordered it like last month, and they've had it ready for like 2 weeks, and I have not had time to pick it up. It's kind of out of the way, but I'm going because I'm taking my unhauled books. Video will be up above. There's my brother. Sorry, Aristotle, you are now in the video. I'm finally picking up We Hunt the Flame. It might be one of those things where I casually reread it, but I'm very excited to have it in hand because that is a book that is going in my suitcase on the plane with me. I'm gonna go get it and take my books to be unhauled. Hopefully they take priority this time because last time they didn't. If we could just take a moment and realize that I parked in a tree, not by a tree. I have surpassed the curb and I am inside of the tree, and realize that once I move to Japan, I won't have a car. We can all just take a big sigh of relief. Looked bad from earlier, so I'm going to do a quick haul in my brother's room where these books will be going because they are my brother's. At the store, after turning in all of them for store credit, first up, I'll go ahead and say that he mostly got Full Metal Alchemist volumes 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 because he already has the first half, so he's just continuing that on. Here you go. Another manga he got, this is actually a funny story. I traded this in like a year or two ago and it was still there, and he picked it up because he thought it looked interesting. He's not wrong. It does look interesting. Volume 2 of Star Wars in a manga by Shinichi Hiramoto, and I did read it. It's interesting and fun. I like Star Wars in all formats, but I have to say manga Star Wars is pretty fantastic. Sold this and then bought it back. There you go. We have A Feudal Fairy Tale in Yuyasha, volume 7. We don't have any of the other volumes. Aristotle doesn't care because he's watched all of the anime and he's just living his best dream life. Then finally for manga, we have Big Hero 6, volume 1. He bought specifically because he likes the big brother in Big Hero 6, and he didn't realize that this is pretty much the movie in manga form. We know how that plays out, don't we? For non-manga graphic novels, we both technically picked up Heartstopper Volume 3. He's already read Volume 4, but I haven't read 3. I have been reading them physically instead of online, and we have been both collecting these, so we picked up number 3 so I could read it, and then it can go into his room. He picked up Stephen King's Carrie because he's a monster. I don't know. Then, full books that I will say, yes, they are Aristotle's. However, they might be in my room for a couple minutes, a moment, a time. They're not going in my suitcases. They're not being unhauled later. They're no pressure books that I might visit in his room. That is Felix Ever After. This is by Case and Calendar. It's one I've really wanted to read and Aristotle really wants to read, but we got that. Then The Song of Achilles. This is by Madeline Miller. I love Circe by Madeline Miller. I really, 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 really want to read this book. And Aristotle also really, 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 really wants to read this book. So there you go. And last up, I hadn't heard of this book. Aristotle picked it up on a whim and then we read the synopsis and it sounded fantastic. And that is Meet Cute Diary by Emery Lee. A boy named Noah thinks he's an expert in romance and he has a blog for happily ever after trans meet cutes. But when his site is blackmailed because some of the stories are fiction, Noah goes out and tries to find himself a meet cute and it sounds adorable. I definitely want to give this a try, but it'll be going in Aristotle's room. Okay, alright. Well, I also picked up We Hunt the Flame. This is going on in a suitcase. It's going with me, so that doesn't count. I got rid of over 30 books, and I'm very happy with that. I have more books that I have to get rid of, but I'm not looking at that right now. Right now, I'm staying in the present. I'm presently in a really anime heavy room right now. But point being, I'm in the present. I'm enjoying just getting to read and get through as many books as I can, and if I can get to some of the books that I listed there, then that's convenient. But I also want to close out this vlog because I have actually quite a bit to do the rest of this week. I just got some news concerning Japan, not an exact departure date or anything like that, but I have like errands to run and things to do, and I'm looking forward to it, but it's kind of like a lot to do and a lot of paperwork. I don't want to worry about editing anymore. I want to get ahead of this a little bit, and I have not yet finished Shadow of the Gods, so I will be picking that up later and you'll see my thoughts on it next week. I'm sorry, this hasn't been a very reading heavy vlog, but I really enjoyed you being here and I hope you enjoy the sun or more stars wherever you are, and until next time, bye!